How's it going? Welcome to another video. If it's your first time, welcome. If you're following along with all my other videos or you've been a long-time subscriber, I fucking appreciate you. Leave me a little comment with a smiley face. Any type of smiley face. But just to let me know that you actually watch my videos and listen. So leave that comment. So for today's trick, we're going off of a combo. So if you missed the first video, definitely check out that. At the end of this series, we're going to have a full combo, not just learning a single trick. We're learning individual tricks that make up a combo that will teach how like momentum is carried in different tricks and transferred and whatever. So yeah, definitely watch the other videos. But from the first video, we start off and do an index rollover. And we get into the pen grip. So from the pen grip, this is what we're learning today. It's a thumb rollover. So we're gonna start, and I would probably even recommend starting on the bite handle when you're learning this. But from here, we're gonna go from bite handle. We're gonna kind of do, I talk about tables a lot in my videos, but it's because things just tend to kind of go on that like plane. Like there's a table here and you kind of like want them to go against that, like across that table, I guess, that flat surface. So in the pen grip, we're going to move it out and towards our thumb. We're going to use our thumb like we're giving a thumbs up, and we're going to let that be the position, the anchor rotation point or whatever the fuck. And we're just going to let it go around and we're going to catch the handle. The reason I suggested the bite handle is because once we throw it around and you're very new to this, you're probably going to catch it like I did. Just a very, oh shit, you know, and that's how you cut yourself. So if you're doing this with a trainer, then awesome, props to you. But definitely keep in mind that, you know, if you were on a live blade, what would happen? So yeah, so we're going to throw it across that plane. And once it gets to about there, you just want to let go of it and you're going to catch the other handle. Nothing crazy. We're not trying to do anything super crazy. It's just throwing it across, catching it. And we can bring it up to like a basic open if you want. Now, in the process of doing this, I got really tired of having to try and get into a pen grip. So it really bothered me. I was like, I don't know why. So that's why I started doing the index rollover to a pen grip. And then, you know, a thumb rollover from that. So yeah, if you want, you can try practicing on the on either handle. I would say at this point you can start working on it. The only thing is that when we start on the safe handle, we can literally wrap our full knuckle and stuff around the safe handle, and from here I like to do a whip rollover. So I don't know how we're doing this, honestly. But basically, I had to learn the whip rollover because of these two tricks. I wanted to get from a regular hold to a thumb rollover, and that I'm doing a wrist pass at the end so I don't cut myself. But I wanted to do that smoothly. So when you're starting on the bite handle, you can wrap your entire finger all the way around this, like literally hook around it, and I could put my thumb over here. Now, this is how I would teach people the whip rollover, is starting on the safe handle and holding it like this, because plenty of times you're just gonna knock your knuckles, you're gonna hit your thumb, you're gonna do all kinds of shit like that. But this will teach you how to basically skip that whole awkward pause from being like this to getting out of that. So it's basically skipping that weird pause, and you're just going straight into the thumb rollover. I know it's kind of confusing, kind of hard to like follow along with, but basically the whole idea, and especially for this combo for sure, is to get from bite handle, and we're gonna get to basically where we're just holding the bite handle like this. So if you need to take it step by step and do like a pen grip, then by all means, definitely just get into the habit of doing that. And then doing the thumb rollover. So again, pen, thumb, yeah. So index rollover, seeing right there, I did the whip rollover. But basically, once you get better and more confident, I feel like you're gonna start wanting to keep the momentum going. And that's what I'm trying to push for. So definitely try working on that whip rollover where it like you direct, let me see how to describe this. When you catch it, the momentum's gonna wanna be to come towards you and up. So you kind of go up, palms up, and you like direct that energy in a sweeping motion to where it kind of just stays away from your fingers. And you can sit there and like do that back and forth too if you want. But then again, you know, the whole reason I'm teaching you this on the bite handle is that way it can hit your knuckles and you'll be just fine. But getting that idea of, you know, index rollover to whip and then kind of going out from there. Yeah, so that's the thumb rollover. You can do just a basic open out of it. It's just like a fucking random ass hair. But yeah, you can do like a wrist pass or just a normal open. For the wrist pass, I feel like this should be along with the whole like whip rollover thing. Both of those should be like videos on their own, but I'm just throwing these in here because I feel like they're kind of necessary. You don't have to do them, but it does help. So off of the bite handle, I'm going to do the trick to where we get to the point that the bite handle is facing towards our knuckles, and we don't want that. So we want to direct that energy away. So when we catch that, it's going to go over and towards our fingers. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our our wrist down and out. And we're going to move our thumb out of the way. So when we do the directing in towards ourself and palm down and out, and then we move our thumb out of the way, we can bring our thumb back, and that's a wrist pass. So that's a way to keep yourself from getting cut when you're on the bite handle. And so what you're doing is you're just directing that blade away from you and down and out. It's very necessary. You don't know how many times I actually use that. You can actually open with it. So grabbing onto the bite handle, all you do is just out across the table, and then you're gonna bring it in towards yourself, but the blade's gonna come towards you. So what you're gonna do is do that wrist pass where it's down towards your belly button, palm down towards the floor, move your thumb out of the way, bring your thumb back. So that's the wrist pass. You're getting a lot of extra tricks in this. But yeah, it's gonna be from here to that. You can do it on either handle, so it doesn't always have to be the bite handle, like that one. Like that was on opposite handles, but I did the whip rollover to avoid my knuckle, and I still did a wrist pass out. So completely up to you. But for the most part, yeah, get used to the pen grip, throwing it over. You can do a wrist pass out, or you can just do like let it hit your knuckles and up, like a basic open kind of thing. It feels so much better when you do actually just direct the energy away with that wrist pass. But yeah, I want to say that that's it. That's more than enough tricks for this single tutorial. But I think that they're all necessary, and if you want to move them smoothly, then you definitely need to do that. But yeah, good luck with that. I genuinely really like this little segment. So the end of the combo will actually be the next video. So I threw in a lot in this just because I'm trying to get you to understand like how to either direct the energy different or to bring it to an open just off that trick, because you do leave yourself vulnerable, and I don't want to leave you vulnerable. So yeah, be on the lookout for the next video, and you will actually see what the last part of this easy combo is. And I will see you guys in the next video.